Assalamu alaikum everybody, and a very warm welcome back to the Arabic with Sam channel. I hope you guys are looking forward to another episode of this Arabic phrase of the day that we've been doing. Thank you all so much for your appreciation of these videos, by the way. Like, this is kind of the best stuff that we've done on the channel before. Like, we're so close to, like, how many is it, like 8,000 subscribers we're close to now? And my views have never really reflected that. I've had, like, 10 views on videos before. But you guys like these videos, so it's nice to kind of see the feedback for that. But, yeah, man, it feels nice to be doing another one of these videos, because I haven't actually done any of these videos since my son was born. Thank you all so much as well, by the way, for all of your du'as and all of your positive messages to me and everything like that. You know, a lot of you know that my wife has had medical issues in the past. Please make dua for her. This time last year, it was really scary. This time last year, we were in a position that was really scary. But, you know, subhanAllah, just within 1 year, we can go from a position like that where we have serious health concerns with my wife up to a point where we're having a second baby, alhamdulillah. So that's an enormous ni'mah. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So what do we have? We have Feta futina fi fetatin fatah. I saw this little thing on Facebook actually, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to steal that and we're going to use it for an episode of Arabic Phrase of the Day. So what do we have? So we have this word feta. Feta. I think this is supposed to be like a tongue twister or something. There's just a lot of fairs and tears in there. So we have this word feta. Feta is a word for like a young lad. Yeah, it just means young lad, really, young boy. And there's a feminine version of that word, which we're going to see in the same phrase. So feta. So we have feta. Futina. Oh yeah, by the way, the plural of feta is fitian, I think. I've heard that. I've definitely heard that lots of times. If that's not the plural officially, then it's one that people use anyway. So yeah, fitian is the plural of feta. So then we have this verb futina. Futina. So it actually does come from the same root as the word fitna. A fitna being like a trial or tribulations, and is often kind of associated with things that are a distraction from the religion. Do you know what I mean? Like if there's a big fitna, then it's a big distraction from the religion somehow. Whether it's something, something good can be a fitna. Do you know what I mean? Like your children can be a fitna for you. Like if you're focused on something with your children that distracts you from the religion, then that can be a fitna. But here, what's going on is there's the pattern, the fu'ila pattern, which we use for passive verbs. So futina, and really what this means is to kind of be. It gets in this particular phrase, it gets translated as like seduced, but it doesn't. To be seduced kind of has like a sexual connotation in English, but it doesn't necessarily have to have that in Arabic. It just means to kind of be led astray in a way. So futina, and this actually it says feta futina fi. And I've never seen futina fi before. Like I think the verb futina can actually just be used on its own, without fi. But here it's used with like futina, to be distracted by something, and it uses fi. Yeah, like I don't think the dictionary would give you that, but I don't know if it's kind of used here just to sort of help with the amount of furs in the phrase. But it does read right though. But you just don't have to always use the verb futina with fi. So distracted by what, or seduced by what? Feta. So we have feta futina fi. So we have a young lad was distracted by fetatin. So fetatin. So fetat is the feminine version of feta, like I mentioned earlier. So, and there is a plural of fetatin, or it's normally fetatun, but it's fetatin here. It's majroor here because of the fi. Because of the harf jar, which is the fi, the preposition, is why we have fetatin and the kasras on the end. But there is a plural which is fetayat. Fetayat, with all fethas along, fetayat. Yeah, that's the plural. So we have a young lad was, let's use seduced for the purpose of this phrase. So we have the young lad was seduced by a girl. So what? Feta. So the feta isn't a verb. Fataha isn't a verb. It's a fa, meaning kind of so, and then we have the verb terha. Terha in the present tense it would be yatihu, and it means to get lost or something. There is a noun for for straying, the strayingness, which is tihun. It is one of these hollow verbs. Those of you on the 60 Steps program, step 10, no, step 9, it would be hollow verbs, where we talk about in Arabic it's al-fi'l al-ajwaf, I believe, where they're very, very common verbs. Let's do a little breakdown of them right now because they're so important. Like, hollow verbs are so common, right? Like, for those of you who are learning Arabic for the Quran, the two most common verbs in the Quran by far are both hollow verbs. So, qala and kana, like qala is used 1,618 or 19 times in the Quran, and the verb kana is used 1,358 or something like that times in the Quran as well. So just those two hollow verbs, we've got like 3,000 occurrences of those in the Quran, which is quite something considering there's only 6,000 odd ayat. Do you know what I mean? So like half of the ayat on average in the Quran have one of those verbs in, either kana or qala. So look at those two verbs, qala and kana. What do they have in common? They both have this alif in the middle, right? The thing that makes them weak or ajwaf is that they have this weak letter in the middle. And in the present tense, that will always either become, well, it can either remain an alif, like with the verb nama yanamu, or it can become a waw, like kana yakunu, or it can become a ya, like taha yatihu. You know, and you just kind of need to learn them as you go along. There's no real rule for looking at a verb and knowing how it's going to conjugate, but the most common is to waw, and then yeah, and then it's very few that keep their alif in the present tense, like nama yanamu and khafa yakhafu. There's only really a few that I can think of. Or there are even some verbs which can take two of them for two different meanings. So, for example, the verb qala means to say something. If it's qala yaqulu, it means to say something. But if it's the verb qala yaqilu, it means to have a qaylula, to have a siesta. So, like to have a nap. There's an interesting ayah in the Quran in Surah Al-A'raf, or it might be Surah Al-A'raf on like the first page. There's a place where it says وَهُمْ قَائِمُونَ. And they were qa'imun, but it doesn't mean that they were no, qa'ilun rather. So not qa'imun. That's a completely different verb. Qa'ilun. Alright, so if you're qa'ilun, it means they were sleeping or they were saying. But in this case, it means that they were sleeping. Yeah, so that's just a little interesting little bit of insight for you. So that's it. Yeah, Feta futina fi fatatin fataha. See you guys in the next episode. What are we gonna do in the next one? Let's Oh, I found a cool way that we can like make this background like slide that way. Can we do it with my hand if it slides that way back to this one and then to next week's one? Hopefully that's worked. Or else I'll look silly. Oh yes, we have a nice little phrase from My Arabic World. A big announcement, by the way. I meant to do that at the beginning of this video, but My Arabic World is live. I had done a few videos on YouTube before telling you that it's going to be live, and all my other platforms have announced that it's live. And yeah, My Arabic World is live now. So yeah, go over and check that out, inshallah. It'd be awesome if you want to be one of the first 300, get a big discount, and we'll send you a free t-shirt as well, just to say thanks for being one of the founding members of the My Arabic World community. But anyway, we have a phrase from one of the lessons in My Arabic World, and it's from a little video which we take in Arabic, and it's from a cartoon called Muslim Scientists, and there's this little dialogue between these two characters where one of them says, لَقَدْ امْسَكْتُ بِكَ أَخِيرًا هذا يا براء هي المرة الأولى التي تتمكن فيها من الإمساك بي. There's quite a lot going on there, but it's a dialogue. There's kind of one character says something about catching him, and then the other one does something else. But anyway, we'll go into the nitty-gritty of it in the next lesson, inshallah. That's a little phrase from My Arabic World. See you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.